Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Once Upon a Dad podcast. I believe we are on number 8 this week. If I just messed that up, oops, but I'm pretty sure I'm good, y'all. Welcome back. First of all, I want to start off by apologizing. I was not here last week. I had a lot of mental health stuff going on, and I really just needed to take a couple days for myself and just recharge and get myself back together. I could tell that stuff wasn't right for me. Things weren't going exactly the way I wanted them to, and it threw me off. Because I'm the type of person that tries to plan for everything and in so many different scenarios. And when something doesn't go the way I thought it would, it takes me a minute to adjust. So that's all that was. So thank y'all for being patient. I appreciate that. And also, last weekend I just went to a man camp. I don't know if I talked about this on here. Probably not. Here in Cincinnati, Ohio, there's a church, Crossroads. I know Crossroads. It's big, and they have churches everywhere. But there's one here where they do camps every year. So not only there's a man camp where there's only guys, there's a ladies camp. There is a college camp, like a students camp, and then a father son, a mother daughter. I believe there may even be a veterans camp as well. I'm not sure. They do so many different things, and it's so dope. We have this one space where we go. I think there's like 300 acres or 800. Actually, I think it's 800 acres. Something crazy. Anyway, it's a great time, and we go. Like I said, it's through Crossroads Church, so it is a Christian religion thing, and it's just a time for guys to go take time away from the hustle and bustle of life. No work, no children, no family, no obligations, truly. Really just a time to come out and just be alone with God. And that's what we try to do every day while we're there. It's a Friday to Sunday thing. And every day we try to give ourselves some solitude time where we just sit, talk, meditate about what happened this past week, month, year, and try to find solutions with other like-minded peers. So it's so fun, man. This is my 5th year going, and this was the perfect time for me because, like I said, there's been a lot of things in my life not going the way that I wanted them to. And having to adjust on the fly is sort of what I'm good at, but it's also challenging. And so many emotions was built up, y'all. I cried. I can't tell you how many times I cried at this camp. It was amazing. And one thing that so for those of y'all who don't know, I'm going through a divorce right now, and it's a lot. It's so heavy, man. There's so many emotions that are involved with it. So anyway, let me get back to it. So anyway, going through this divorce has been so hard, and I've put a lot of guilt on myself. I feel ashamed because this is the family that I've built, and I'm now breaking and stepping apart, stepping away from. And I hate that when people say like, oh, you're leaving your family. Like, no, I'm leaving one person. I'm not leaving my family. My kids will always have me. We can talk about that at another time too. But all this to say, I felt I always feel hurt, and I feel like God isn't pleased with my decision, and it's just that burden. We all have our sins, and we all think our sin is worse than someone else's, and whatever the case may be. But that's what I was struggling with, and we had a guest speaker come into camp, and he says something, man, that will stick with me forever. He said in the Bible, I can't remember the exact quote, but God loves all of us the same way he loves his son. So Jesus is God's son, right? For those of you who don't know, there's essentially the same person, the Trinity, God, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. And so God, as we know, is like the spirit of God who's everywhere, omniscient, all knowing, right? And then there's Jesus, the person in the flesh who actually came here on earth, lived and died, and then the Holy Spirit is just it's a spirit, something that lives inside of us. Like when Jesus died for our sins, we now have the ability to have the Holy Spirit in us, which would it mean to be a Christian. We can talk about it that another time as well. There's so many things I can go down, but I'm trying to stay on topic. Anyway, this guy said that God loves us the same way he loves Jesus. So he said, imagine God standing in front of Jesus. They're standing in front of each other. They're looking at one another, eye to eye. Imagine the look on God's face. It's his child. It's a child that you are proud of. You look at them and you smile and you have joy and there's so much pride. So I'm imagining the look on his face, and what this guy said was crazy. He said, "Okay, Now imagine Jesus took a step back or took a step to the side and you were standing behind him. So now you are face to face with God and God's face doesn't change because he said he loves us as much as he loves his son. So that means Jesus and I are like brothers. We're on the same page. We're here. So when he steps out and I'm there and Jesus and God's face doesn't change, that's such a powerful visual, man, because I'm always like I'm not worthy. If God were to come back right now, he would be so ashamed of me and my actions and what I've been doing. And and then at the end of the day, I realize no, we all have sinned. None of us are perfect. We all have our things that we struggle with, and we all think ours is worse. But you don't do this, well, I do this. I'm definitely not. It's insane. But anyway, that's one thing that I got of it, and that one little visual that the speaker gave was so cool. The guy name was Bear Grylls. I don't know if y'all know him. He's super famous, I guess, an outdoor nature guy. I think he's on like National Geographic or Discovery Channel, something. I don't know. I've never heard of the guy, but he was really freaking cool. Anyway, so that's that. That's a part of my time at Man Camp. I'm sure I'm trying to get a couple guys from there on the podcast, so hopefully I'll save some of the stories and we'll dive into that because it was an amazing time. But this week, what I really want to do is I want to give you guys 8 tips to help you better take care of yourself. I know as men, we tend to neglect ourselves so often. And rightfully so sometimes, because we still have to take care of our kids and we still have to take care of our wives or girlfriends. So we normally push ourselves to the side because that's what we do as men. But we have to get out of the habit of that. Absolutely, yes, take care of your kids. Absolutely, take care of your partner, but also take care of you, man. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you're going to be in no condition to take care of them either. So it starts with you as the head of the household. Be a man. And in this podcast, we gonna switch up what that definition means to be a man, because what some people think being a man is not. Anyway, we're going to get into these 8 tips. And what I want you guys to do for these is not you can't implement them all, right? You can't say, yes, I'm going to do all 8 of these things and I'm going to be great and I'm going to be perfect. It's not. When I lay them out, pick one that resonates the most with you and say, yeah, I need to get better at that. Cool. Let's pick that one. Let's work on it and work on it for as long as you need. It may be a couple days, it may be a week, it may be 2 weeks, it may be a month. Who cares? But if you can slowly start to implement these things into your life, start getting better at them, you will feel so much better. You'll feel so much better for you, and most importantly, you'll be better for your family and for your kids. And that's why I'm doing all this, right? That's why this conversation belongs in the Once Upon a Dad podcast, because when we take care of ourselves, then we can take care of our babies, and our babies can look and see what a healthy man looks like. Because at the end of the day, that's what we want our girls to marry, right? We want our girls to marry and be with a healthy man, and not just physically healthy, mentally healthy, which to me is more important than physically. But I digress. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, number 1, interact with others. Now, interacting with others, we as people, not even as men, just as people, we mostly interact with the people who live in our household and the people who we work with. I'm just spitballing here. This is a crazy statistic that is not true, but I would say that in those 2 categories, the people I live with and the people I work with make up 91% of the people I interact with. Right? I mean, so interacting with people not in our inner circle is so important too, because I looked in social interaction. This is from Bond Secures. I've heard of this, like a healthy men self-care website. I can put it in the details if you guys want it. But social interaction can help strengthen relationships, improve mood and well-being, make life more interesting, and offer a self of belonging. And I truly think that, especially when we get interacting with other people who we're not accustomed to talking to. Now, I'm not saying don't talk to your family, don't talk to the people you work with, because obviously that's what we do. But try to make a bit of an effort to go out, either make some new friends or even link up with some old friends who you haven't talked to in a while. That's something that I've been working on. I've been reaching out to my guys and say, hey, let's meet up once every couple months if we can, because I know once a month always sound like a good timing, but with lives, we just can't make it happen. So every couple months, I reach out to my boys and say, "Hey, let's get together." Some of these guys I haven't seen in shit since some of my kids were born. I don't even think they know all of my kids' names, which is crazy, and it's not a bad thing at all. It's just life happens. So interact with other people. That's so important. It's so huge, and I truly think you'll get a lot from it. So interact with others. Get out there, make some new friends, talk to some old ones. Just be that social butterfly. And even you introverts too. Now, for you introverts, I know you're saying, I'm not going to go out and make new friends. Absolutely not. That's not going to happen. That's okay. Interacting with others still means the people who we live with and who we work with too. Just go ahead and lean into them. If you're feeling down and you don't have it here, go to your people. Whoever your people are for you. I know you introverts, you have people. Lean into them. I know you get what's the word? I don't know, charged from being alone. Being alone as an introvert is comfortable for you, and talking to others is not. I get that. But I truly think talking to the people who you love, it won't feel like socializing, but pouring out into someone who loves you just feels great, man. Give it a shot. Number two, give back to others. This one always blows my mind. I don't know what it is in the universe, in the cosmos, and whatever you want to call it. But when you give to other people, you get it in return. And that's people take that literally like, oh, if I give somebody money, that means I'm gonna get it right back. Yeah, no, they might not pay you back. But being nice to people, doing things for other people, giving to other people, it could be financial. And even when you do give something financially, you may not get that money back, but karma comes back around, man. And I truly, truly believe this. So get out and give back to others. And that could be a variety of different things. That could be going out and volunteering at your local food bank, or going out and coaching your kids' little league team, going out to every game, to the little league team. Even if you can't coach it, say, I don't know a sport that well, cool. They're going to need, parents to bring in water, Gatorades, snacks, for after it's over. We had a dad who would always bring us oranges, these fantastic you know what I'm talking about, but oranges was fire on point. I loved them. But just that is an example of giving back. So there's so many things that you can do. Yes, this takes time, but you get it back in warmth and love and the feeling of knowing that you're contributing to society. I think that's what it is, just knowing that you're contributing out there. Because again, this is the same principle that we have with religion, right? As Christians, at least, tithing. We give 10% of our earnings because everything that we earn is God's anyway. We're just giving 10% back to Him. And when you tithe and give money, you always get it back. Sometimes tenfold. Sometimes I don't know. I don't know what that is or how that works, but it works. Give it a shot. Number three, this is one that I'm working on. I am terrible at this. I need to get better at it. Get a good night's sleep. There is a plethora of information out there about getting better sleep and how good it is for you. I don't need to sit here and preach to you guys how important it is to get a good night's sleep. But when you don't get a good, I have not been getting good night's sleeps here for the past, I don't know, actually, maybe not. I feel like the last 2 weeks have been terrible, but really ever since I've started this podcast, because I'm always up late and I'm trying to edit and trying to figure out how to do stuff. And, I'm reaching out to people and I can't do this when I'm at work. I can't do it when I'm with the girls because it's taking time away from them. So the only time I have is like now when the girls are asleep. It's now 8:52, but I put my girls to bed at 8, and then now I get all my stuff done, which is usually at night, and I don't finish early. So I'm preaching to the choir here. Get a good night's sleep, man. It's better for your mental health. It's better for you physically. It's better for your gut. It's better for everything. A good night's sleep will change your life. Number four, take time to meditate or pray, whatever it is that you do. It's so helpful to be still. There is so much that goes on in this world, y'all. And I know as men, our minds are always moving. How we're gonna provide, how we're gonna stay stable, what's our next move, what I gotta hit. And your mind is just constantly going, and I get it. but you have to take time out of your day to slow down and say, okay, let's just be quiet. So much happens when you're still and when you're quiet that gives you time to, like I said, just meditate. And then you'll come up with some crazy stuff in your mind, things that you haven't thought about in years or months, or, you'll come up with new ideas and like, oh, I need to try that. All because you just gave your mind a time to stop racing and wondering about everything else and just focus on your body. There's so many YouTube videos y'all can look on out there. I don't have any particular that I like. I like to take my quiet time to pray. But there's tons of videos about how to meditate. You can look up on that. There's a lot of songs. Spotify has thousands of meditation playlists that are really cool where because sometimes just sitting in quietness is weird and thoughts are still going through your head. So when you play those soothing meditation music, play that soothing meditation music, it just helps you drown out the noise a little bit more. So I highly, highly recommend that. And from the website that I was telling you about earlier, it says just a few minutes of meditation every day can help ease anxiety, reduce stress, and improve sleep. Haha, see, in your daily life. As you become more skilled in your meditation, you enjoy even more benefits like greater self awareness, improved attention, lower body pressure, and pain control. And that's just the meditation part. Now, I put meditation and pray here because sometimes your meditation can lead into prayer or vice versa. Your prayer can lead into meditation. And prayer, for those of you who are believers, or even want to be, prayer is a time to just be still and talk to God. When as a Christian, we need to have a relationship with him, right? And the only way to have a relationship with anyone is to communicate, right? And a relationship of any magnitude will not work if there's no communication. So, how does God talk to us? He talked to us through the Bible, right? We're reading. That's literally him talking to us. That's him doing his part of the conversation. Now, me praying is me talking back to him. So I sit and I pray and I just talk to him the same way I talk to y'all. The same way I'm talking on this microphone, same way I would talk to my friends if they were here. Hey God, today I ate terribly and my stomach hurt. I shouldn't have done it. That was stupid, right? I need to, help me focus next week. Maybe I need to start a cleanse. What do you think about a cleanse? I've never done a smoothie cleanse before. Think it's a good idea? I don't know. Me either. Like, just it sounds kind of weird, and obviously you're not talking out loud like that, but that's sort of my inner dialogue of some of the silly things that I go and pray about because sometimes it's not oh God, please pray and heal so and so. It's just a conversation that you need to get off your chest. I don't plan it. I never know what I'm going to talk about. Just whatever comes out, comes out. I say amen and I'm done. Sometimes it's 30 seconds. Sometimes it's 30 minutes. Sometimes it's an hour. Sometimes it's 5 minutes. It doesn't matter. Just take some time every day to meditate and or pray. Number 5, take care of your body. Now, this can mean a lot for different people. One, take showers. One thing that I did get from being around 3,700 men, I think that we had at man camp, which y'all motherfuckers stink, bro. And granted, I know we're camping and we've been out there for a day and a half, but we got there on Friday and I smelt BO on Friday as soon as we got there. It's it's sad, sad. Seriously. Take care of y'all body, man. Take showers. Take baths. As a man, when was the last time you took a bath? Take a bubble bath. Put some candles on the side. I know it sounds girly, what the fuck ever. Do it. Get you a bubble bath. Get you a nice candle, something that you like, a scent that you like, or hell, even get your wife's perfume, spray that one time and just sit in there. Actually, that's a really good idea. I highly suggest trying that. And just sit in there and just listen to something. Listen to some music. That's a great time to do your meditation or your praying. But you soak in all the dirt and grime off your body, and you can do the same thing to your mind simultaneously. And also get some moisturizers. Get something other than the 3-in-1 face, body, hair. Use something else. Do y'all know 3 different types of soap? Right? Ivory, Irish Spring, Dove. There's multiple out there. Get some soap. Get something you like. Get something you enjoy. Showers and baths should be a fantastic time for y'all. Wash your face. Don't just get in the shower and put soap on your face. Wash your ass. Men, specifically, God, Mm. Y'all know who I'm talking about too. So I'm gonna just leave that there. Anyway, take care of your body. Take care of your skin. You will feel so much better because once you feel good physically, then that prepares you to take on the day mentally, right? And in my opinion, mentally being being mentally healthy is more important than being physically healthy. In my opinion, I don't know. If you're not physically fit, then I guess you could die from like bad diseases, and then your mental health won't matter. So maybe not. I don't know. But mental health is important. Whatever. Y'all get it. Take care of your skin. Take baths. Take showers, please, and thank you. Number 6, follow your passions. Now, this one is pretty tough because following our passions means that we need to have passions. Some of us get so bogged down into life like I don't even have passions anymore. I don't have goals. I don't know. I'm trying to work so I can pay my rent next week. I'm just working so I can get my baby through school. I totally get that. So when you get into those moments, find something it is you like to do. Now, a passion doesn't have to be, this huge thing like, oh, I want to go on a trip to Italy. It could just be something simple, man. Like, I don't fucking know. Bowling. Bowling could be something that you do, something you enjoy. Now, every couple weeks, maybe every 2 weeks, or maybe once a month, put on the calendar for you to go bowling, right? It's something, it's giving you something to do. When a man has a goal set in front of him, we're going to do whatever it takes to hit that goal, right? So when we don't have anything to work towards, then what are we doing? We're just running in this hamster wheel and nothing's happening. Nothing's happening in our lives. We wonder why we're not getting a promotion. We wonder why we're not finding a good wife. We wonder why our kids are not listening to us because we are stuck in this hamster wheel and we are not doing anything to improve ourselves. So we need to give ourselves a clear goal, work towards it. And then once you hit it, once you get that goal, great, make another one. Do something different. You conquer bowling. Bowling is boring now. You don't like it. Okay, cool. Take up rock climbing. There's whole ass rock climbing gyms around the city that I didn't even know was a thing. One of my boys do it, and we went. I was like, "This is so fucking cool," but my hands hurt, and I'm not gonna do that every week because that shit is insane. But you know what I'm saying? So just find something new. Find something new for you to do, something that you enjoy, and go after it. Find something that you enjoy. And it's, oh, I don't know what I like. Find something. We are in America. Maybe you're not listening to this, you're not in America. I don't know. There is something out there for you to explore. Google things to do. I bet you're going to find something that you never saw before. And just try it, man. Number 7. Now, number 7 is a big one. Actually, no, I'm about to switch number 7 to 8. Let me give y'all my 8 is number 7. So, number 7 is physical health and routine screenings. So, y'all, we need to go to the doctor, man. I just lost my dad back in February. February, oh shit, I don't remember the date. That's okay. I don't need to know. But I just lost my dad back in February. He died from prostate cancer and colon cancer. Sorry. I don't know. I don't know butt ones. That's so fucked up. Sorry, Dad. Sorry, don't. That's not funny. Don't. But anyway, he had cancer, and by the time he found out about it, he never went to the doctor to get it checked out. Never. He could have caught this in the beginning, and he would probably still be here right now. But because he wanted to be too strong, he wanted to be too cool. I don't want to go to the doctor. I'm fine. I'm gonna just take a little of this, take a little of that. I'm gonna be all right. Now, by the time he can't move, he's physically in the bed, withering away. Take him to the hospital. Stage 4 cancer. Could have been treated possibly. Definitely could have had chemo if we would have caught it early enough. By the time he got to it, it was so late. His liver numbers were so bad that he didn't even qualify for getting chemo. So more and anyway, that's super extreme. But I mean that's real life, right? So please go to the doctor, man. Take care of yourself. I know it's scary. Yes, they do colonoscopies and put shit up your butt. Yes, cool. Go. You need it. You need to be healthy. Why? For you. longevity, to live longer on this earth for yourself to enjoy, but also to enjoy the lives of your children, to enjoy the lives of their children, and maybe, if you're lucky, to enjoy the lives of their children. I mean, what else are we here for, right? For those of us who are fortunate enough to have kids, let's see how good of a job we did with ours, and what better way to do that than by seeing their spawns and seeing how well they are raised in society. I'm so freaking excited about that, y'all. I want to take care of myself so I can be healthy and see my kids grow up and see my grandkids grow up, because that's gonna be fucking incredible. Like, I did that, I did that. This is my legacy that I leave with them, and it's so beautiful, and I hope that my ancestors are looking down on me and are proud of what I'm doing and what my mom did, and it's so cool. Anyway, go to the doctor, get y'all screenings, do y'all colonoscopies, go, and especially for you single men who out there having fun, cool, but go get yourself checked, man. Please, 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 please. Okay. And now for the real number 8, not the number 7. Number 8 is mental health check-ins. And I know that this is said a lot. I hear this a lot on social media, when you go on the news. I feel like you have a lot of people telling you about it. What is a mental health check-in? So, from my own words, my definition, a mental health check-in is just something to analyze yourself and see what's going on with you, because you know you the best, right? You know if something off. You know if you're angry. You know if you're sad. It's about figuring out why. So, a mental health check-in, you just ask yourself a series of questions, just trying to get to the bottom of it, right? Seeing what it is that you need in this very moment, and how can you give that to yourself as you proceed throughout the day. So, I looked up a couple questions that I'll give to you right now. So, on my list of 10, or my list of 8, here's a separate list of 10 things that you can ask yourself as a mental health check-in. So the first question is, how am I feeling right now? So simple, right? I feel content. I feel hungry. I feel angry. I feel jealous. Okay, cool. Why is it that you feel that way? This is still number 1, by the way. Why are you feeling hungry? Because you didn't eat all day? Okay, cool. Go eat. Go find something to eat. And eating could solve the problem. And there you go. From that quick little mental health check in, from just answering that one question, why am I so pissed off right now? Oh, because I'm hungry. Why am I hungry? Because I didn't eat. Okay, go eat. Great. That's number 1. How are you feeling right now? Number 2, what does my body need at this moment? That's another simple one. That can be fixed by food. Does your body need food? Does your body just need to relax? Do you need a massage? Maybe you feeling tense in your shoulders, and God, I'm feeling tense right now. I need a massage. It's been a minute since I've gone. But yeah, but do you just need to relax? Do you need to take a nap? Are you tired? Do you need to go to sleep? Sometimes taking a nap can be amazing. Some of us don't have that luxury when we have kids. So finding ways around that. Okay, cool. You're feeling tired. Maybe a cup of coffee, to get your energy back up, or maybe an energy drink, whatever it is that you do. So just check in with yourself, asking what it is that your body needs at this moment. Number 3, what self care action can I take today? Right? And that can be anything that we just talked about in my list of 8. You know, do you need to take a shower? Do you need to just sit down and meditate? Do you need to go pray? Do you need to go give others? Maybe this need to be a day where you go volunteer. You're just feeling selfish today, and I need to do something selfless. So you go out and volunteer at a homeless shelter, whatever the case may be. Number 4, is there anything I need to forgive myself for? Again, this going through this divorce process is something that I ask myself a lot. I feel like I need forgiveness. I need forgiveness for everything that I've done to my family, and I've always carry so much guilt and so much weight behind that. So take some time to figure out if you need to forgive yourself. Because if you've forgiven everyone else in this situation, but you're still holding to that own resentment for yourself, that's hard. That's hard. And I'm guilty. I do it. That's going to be one of my mental check-ins that I'm going to do for sure. Find out if there's anything I need to forgive myself for. Next, number 5, what am I grateful for today? I love this one. This one is so cool. I I'm a type of person where the the glass is always full with me, right? I'm always I look through life through a lens of sunshine and rainbows, which is great most of the time. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's too much so. Sometimes I get overly optimistic and they're like, "Nah, you should have caught that." And maybe so. But it's always so cool and gratifying. Is that the word? Yeah, gratifying to just say something that I'm grateful for the day, right? I'm grateful that I got to take my daughter to go pumpkin carving today. Literally something I got to do. My daughter Riley, the middle child, at her preschool, they have a daddy carving night. So me and all three other girls, we went, we carved up a pumpkin with a little bat on it. We had McDonald's before, they loved it. We had a great time. So that's what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for making memories like that with my girls, and hopefully they'll grow up and remember those times and moments that we did those things. If not, I will remember them, and we have a great time. Number 6, what are my needs that aren't being met? Now, sometimes this can be a tough one because when we have needs that are not being met, usually it's from other people, right? Because if it was a need that we could meet, we would meet our own needs. So normally it's from a partner, it's from our kids where we're not feeling like our needs are being met. Talk to them. I encourage you to sit down and talk to them and say, "Hey, I'm not feeling the love from you right now, because you don't hug me enough. I'm a physical touch person. I feel like you don't hug me enough, so I could we work on that? Could you maybe give me more hugs throughout the day?" Something that simple because we always think that our partners need to be mind readers. I feel like we do that as men. I feel like women do that as well. Our partners can't read our mind. Talk to them and tell them what you're feeling. Best way to get your needs met, right? Because yeah, we all know the phrase closed mouths don't get fed. It's the same with relationships, right? You have to speak what it is that you want and then work with the other person to get it. Number 7, what accomplishments can I celebrate today? And this one is cool. Again, this goes along with the other one, finding something that you're grateful for. What accomplishments can I celebrate today? Shit. I close all of my rings and my watch. That's a celebration. Cool. And something to celebrate doesn't mean, all right, cool, I get to take some shots. No, but just a little pat on the back. Yes, you did that today. Cool. Because sometimes we get bogged down in like, I can't do anything right. I've been there. That was me last week. It was very hard for me to find something to celebrate. But something simple, I closed all my rings today. I went through all of my emails and marked them all as read. That's something to celebrate today. It was like 100 and something. I'm one of those people that hate emails. If I look, I be seeing some people phones and they be having like 2,000 emails. Nah, I'll throw up. I can't. I don't know how y'all do that. That's insane. So those are two things that I can celebrate for me today. So find whatever that is for you and just celebrate you and whatever that means. If that means you get to take a shot when you get home, cool. Take a shot when you get home. If that means you allow yourself to play the game for 30 minutes or you want to play, one game at Madden, cool. Whatever it is, find something to celebrate and do it. Number 8, how can I be kinder to myself in this moment? Also a very good one. This one was hard for me last week. Again, I just get so broken down and I blame myself for so many things and I'm just like, you piece of shit. And I feel like I can't do anything right and I feel like I'm not doing anything right. But you have to take time to find out how can I be kinder to myself in this very moment. In this moment right now, how can I be kinder to myself? It could be something simple as I stop blaming me. Stop blaming me like I was the only person, in the relationship that made it not work. Or, how can I be kinder to myself? I'm sitting here in the dark, sad, crying in tears, and I'm thirsty. I'm dehydrated. I need to go get some water. That's being kind to myself. You know, things like that. So those are examples of ways to figure out how can you be kinder to yourself right now in this very moment and do it. Ooh, and this is a good one. Number 9. What's one thing that I can let go that's not serving me? Now, there's a lot of things that we do that we think are serving us, right? But truly, we are a slave to a lot of these things that we do, and they are not serving us in any way. Example, watching TV. Sometimes that serves us, right? sometimes we need it. We need that, I don't know, just mindlessness of life. Like, I just had a long day. I just want to sit down and watch Family Guy and laugh. Cool. But sometimes we get sucked into, these series and we binge them. And okay, great. That served a purpose, sure, to entertain me for a while, but now what? I don't know. Read with your kids, right? That's you serving them. That's you helping them. You're educating them as they read. You're familiarizing them with words that maybe they haven't heard before. That's something that's serving them and is also serving you because it gives you time with your child. You see what I'm saying? So there are ways to serve yourself and just let go of the things that are not serving you. So watching TV may be something that's not, and maybe it is. Maybe you truly get filled by watching TV and that's great, and that's not it for you. Maybe junk food. Junk food is not serving you. It's not helping you. It's literally hurting you. It's so much sugar and it's fucking up our bodies. Guilty. Guilty. So am I going to let go of all sugar? Absolutely not. Maybe the next time you go to the grocery store, don't buy that thing of Oreos. Cool. All right, that's one thing you can't eat. You can still get the sugar cereal, the Fruit Loops and the whatever, but just don't get Oreos this time. Cool. That's something that's not serving your body. It's literally working against you. So now you're deciding to make a better choice, right? And lastly, number 10, what brings me joy and how can I incorporate more of that into my life? Again, that kind of goes with mine with the number 6, follow your passion. Find something it is you like to do and do it. My thing for me, one thing that I love is jet skiing. I get me on a jet ski and I am the happiest man on the world. I oh, they're so fun, y'all. If y'all have never ridden a jet ski before, do it. 10 out of 10 recommend. My what I want to do when I retire is move somewhere to a coast of any kind. I truly don't care where. And I want to be a jet ski tour guide. It will literally be my job to get on a jet ski and have strangers pay me to follow me around in my own jet skis and then take them back. And then I do the same thing over and over. It's getting me the interaction with people because I love talking to people. Checks off that box for me. It checks off something I enjoy and love doing. I truly don't think I'll get sick of. Check. And it's having fun. And I'm retired, right? So yes, this will be a job for me, but it's a job I want to do. When I don't want to do it anymore, guess what? I can stop. Whoop de doo. If I get sick of riding jet skis, okay, great. I'll take a break. I'm still retired now. I can find something else I enjoy doing, right? But in my perfect day, I want us to do this exercise one day. I want y'all to think about like what your perfect day would look like from literally from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. What would you do? We'll talk about that in another episode. I want to start asking my guests that. Not maybe not every guest, but I think that's such a cool exercise. But yeah, man. So how can you find something that brings you joy and incorporate that into your life as much as possible? So those are the 10 questions to ask yourself. And again, there's tons, there's thousands, there's hundreds more. These are just some to guide you, right? So these are 10 questions to ask yourself while doing a mental check-in. And that's it. That is my list from 1 to 8. Again, implement these y'all as best you can, as soon as you can, but don't pressure yourself to do it, right? Don't try to do all of them. Don't try to interact with others. Giving back to other people, get a good night's sleep, meditate and pray, take care of my skin, follow my path. I got to do all of that today. There's no way. There's no way, right? You're gonna stress yourself out. Pick one, maybe two, and start to work on them. And then y'all can let me know in the comments, man, what y'all picked, what it is y'all gonna work on this week, and we can start talking about these in the chat. What it is that you're doing. How did you do your mental check-in? How did it go? Did you go and see the doctor? Cool. Was it scary? Probably not that bad. You're just being a little bitch, and So that's what I want for y'all, man. So I want you guys to take care of yourselves, enjoy life, so that we can enjoy our lives with our girls together, right? That's what this is all about. Anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in this week on the Once Upon a Dad podcast. If you are interested in being a guest or know someone, please email me at onceuponadadpodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this channel, and I will see y'all next week. Much love.